A love that never left? Xiao Zhan's photo sparks frenzy, expanded. When Xiao Zhan posted his recent travel photos on social media, fans were delighted to see their favorite star enjoying a peaceful getaway in Paris. But amidst the scenic shots of quaint alleyways and elegant cuisine, one particular photo stood out. In it, Xiao Zhan posed in front of a signboard for the iconic French department store Le Bon Marché. What made this photo stir the fandom waters wasn't just the stylish backdrop, it was what he chose to show. Instead of capturing the full sign, Xiao Zhan's photo stopped short at the letters Le Beau. It seemed like an artistic crop at first, until sharp-eyed fans pointed out the uncanny similarity to Wang Yibo's name. In Chinese pinyin, Bo is spelled exactly the same, and instantly, hearts across the Bo Jun Yi Xiao fandom skipped a beat. Could this be a deliberate nod? Was Xiao Zhan subtly referencing his former co-star and long-rumored other half? This isn't the first time Xiao Zhan has caused such a stir with ambiguous online activity. From similar captions to matching emojis, the fandom has often connected the dots between seemingly unrelated posts. And this moment was no different. It reignited a wildfire of speculation and excitement, with hashtag Lebo trending across fan pages. Some fans even speculated that the photo was a silent love letter, an inside message only true followers could decode. Whether intentional or not, this one image reminded everyone that Bo Jun Yi Xiao lives on, not just in old episodes, but in the daily hopes and dreams of fans around the world. The Untamed, a cultural milestone, expanded. The Untamed didn't just launch two careers, it launched a phenomenon. Based on the best-selling novel Mo Dao Zhu Shi, the drama was initially met with skepticism. How could such a beloved and complex Danmei, boys' love, novel be adapted under China's strict censorship laws? The original novel features a deep romantic bond between Wei Wuxian and Wangji, a bond that transcends the confines of friendship and flirts openly with love. The producers had a difficult challenge: to keep the soul of the story alive while obeying broadcast restrictions. And yet, against all odds, they succeeded. What emerged was a masterclass in subtext, storytelling, and emotional resonance. The Untamed became a cult hit, attracting millions of views on Tencent Video and streaming platforms worldwide. It also introduced Danmei culture to a broader audience and gave birth to an entire wave of BL fandom in East and Southeast Asia. Xiao Zhan's portrayal of Wei Wuxian was nothing short of magnetic. Playful, tortured, and fiercely loyal, he brought the character to life in a way few expected. On the other hand, Wang Yibo's Wangji, stoic yet smoldering, formed the perfect emotional counterbalance. Their chemistry, often conveyed through a simple glance or a soft word, spoke louder than 1,000 romantic lines. In fan circles, their performances weren't just good, they were legendary. Music from the series still tops playlists, cosplay continues to trend at conventions, and the catchphrases from their characters remain iconic. The Untamed didn't just create stars. It created legacy.
After the storm, career paths diverge, expanded. In the years following The Untamed, both actors evolved into household names across China and beyond. Xiao Zhan channeled his newfound fame into major acting projects, such as The Oath of Love, where he starred opposite Yangzi, and the epic fantasy The Longest Promise, where he took on a more mature, introspective role. Each performance showcased his range, and with every step, he gained not only fans but critical respect. Wang Yibo, on the other hand, expanded his presence in multiple fields. In addition to acting in action-heavy dramas like Being a Hero and Luoyang, he ventured into professional sports, becoming a licensed motorcyclist and participating in high-speed racing tournaments. His ability to seamlessly switch between the roles of actor singer and athlete made him a modern Renaissance man in Chinese pop culture. Despite their success, the two have remained surprisingly distant, at least publicly. There have been no new collaborations, and interactions at award shows or public events have been rare. Some fans took this as a sign that their relationship, whatever it may have been, had cooled. But for others, it only deepened the mystery. Why the silence? Was it intentional? Or was it merely the price of fame and divergent paths? Regardless, even their lack of interaction has become a kind of interaction in itself. Every moment they don't appear together becomes a puzzle for fans to solve, a breadcrumb on the trail of nostalgia. Because sometimes silence speaks volumes. The rise and fall of the Danmei wave expanded. The success of the Untamed marked the beginning of a golden era for Danmei adaptations. Producers scrambled to find the next big thing, and a number of high-profile novels were greenlit for live-action adaptations. Heaven officials' blessing promised a celestial romance like no other. Immortality brought promises of immortal soulmates, and Sha Polang teased gritty action with emotional depth. But just as the wave surged, government regulations crashed down like a tidal force. Concerns about promoting unhealthy values and the crackdown on what authorities labeled as sissy idols brought production to a halt. Entire series were shelved, trailers were taken down, and release dates disappeared into thin air. Fan-favorite actors saw their projects vanish overnight. The impact was devastating, not just to the industry, but to fans who had invested emotionally in these stories. What remained was the Untamed, standing tall like a lighthouse in the fog. It became a symbol of what once was and what could have been. Yet fans are resilient. They turn to animation, novels, and fan fiction to keep the genre alive. Communities across Twitter, Weibo, Discord, and YouTube became sanctuaries for Danmei fans, with Bo Jun Yi Xiao at the center of it all. If the government wouldn't let them have more love stories, they would create their own. Is Xiao Zhan still holding on? Expanded. The Le Beau moment wasn't Xiao Zhan's only cryptic post in recent memory. Fans have long kept track of subtle signs. When both actors post on the same day, when they wear similar clothing at separate events, or when a lyric choice seems a little too personal. For Bo Jun Yi Xiao shippers, everything is a potential clue. One example that stirred the pot was an interview in which Xiao Zhan described his ideal friendship as deep, loyal, and quiet. Fans immediately pointed out how that perfectly described Wangji, Wang Yibo's character. Coincidence? Perhaps. But in the Bo Jun Yi Xiao universe, nothing is ever just coincidence. Wang Yibo has also raised eyebrows. In a recent magazine interview, he spoke about connections that don't fade even if you don't talk every day. The statement, vague yet poignant, sent fan speculation into overdrive. There's a romantic poetry to it all, the kind of silent understanding, real or imagined, that defies public explanation. It doesn't matter that they aren't seen together. The belief that their bond continues behind the scenes is more powerful than any photo op could be. In this way, Bo Jun Yi Xiao has become something more than a ship. It's a faith, a narrative that transcends logic and embraces emotion. It's about believing in the magic of what might be, not just what is. Bo Jun Yi Xiao, more than a ship, it's a movement expanded. What started as a simple ship, a fan term meaning romantic pairing, has grown into a cultural movement. Bo Jun Yi Xiao, the fusion of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's names, has become more than a fandom nickname. It represents a global collective of fans who found in the Untamed not just entertainment, but a story that touched something deeper. The pairing has inspired art, music, literature, and even real-world connections between fans across continents. There are entire YouTube channels dedicated to analyzing every glance, every interview, every parallel outfit. Twitter threads with thousands of retweets compare timestamps, decode lyrics, and scrutinize every public appearance for hidden meaning. Some call it overanalysis, but to the fans, it's a form of storytelling, a way to participate in a narrative they feel emotionally invested in. Bo Jun Yi Xiao has also had a profound impact on LGBTQ+ visibility in Asia. Even though The Untamed was censored to focus on brotherhood, fans saw and celebrated the love between Wei Wuxian and Wangji as queer-coded. In doing so, they created spaces where discussions about identity, acceptance, and representation could flourish, even in countries where those topics are taboo.